Welcome to Knuckle Up, your front row seat to the raw, relentless world of bare-knuckle fighting championship. Today we will be talking about Helen Peralta. Christine Ferea is easily the best active female bare-knuckle boxer in the world right now. She is the current BKFC Women's Flyweight champion with an incredible full title defense on her record and the former Police Gazette Women's Featherweight champion. Ferea has defeated every fighter that has been pit in front of her except one, Helen Peralta. However, despite being the only fighter to defeat the great Christine Ferea, Peralta is nowhere as popular as Ferea and has been largely absent from bare-knuckle boxing for most of her career. Well, in an interview from 3 years ago with Combat Hour, Peralta opened up about her decision to leave BKFC and focus on MMA. While she expressed her love for bare-knuckle boxing and a desire to return to it later in her career, her immediate goal was to prioritize MMA. She explained that the top earners in BKFC were mostly UFC veterans, as their established names attracted more opportunities and sponsorships. Despite her two impressive wins in BKFC, Peralta needed to make a living and hoped to join the UFC before returning to bare-knuckle boxing. She highlighted that being in the UFC opened doors for fighters, allowing them to secure a long-term income through things like seminars, where attendance would be higher if they had the UFC brand attached to their name. Interestingly, Peralta also claimed that bare-knuckle boxing is easier than MMA. Though many fighters may disagree with that, she did have an explanation. She explained that the training is less intense, and without wrestling, the risk of injury is lower. In her view, bare-knuckle boxing is something she could continue even later in her career. Ultimately, her decision to step back from BKFC was about building her brand, getting into the UFC, and setting herself up to make more money when she eventually returns to bare-knuckle boxing. However, her plans didn't work out. Peralta did get a chance to compete in Season 30 of The Ultimate Fighter, and she was even the first pick for Julian Pena's team. However, she lost her first fight in the quarterfinals and was eliminated from the tournament. Peralta continued to compete in different MMA promotions. She fought former UFC fighter Poliana Botelho in Invicta FC. In her next fight, had a win against Helen Peralta. After losing a couple more fights, she decided to finally get back to bare-knuckle boxing. Earlier this year, she had two fights with the BYB bare-knuckle boxing promotion. One of these fights ended in a no contest after a clash of heads. In her most recent fight, she defeated Monica Medina via TKO and became the first BYB Women's Featherweight champion. So even though Helen Peralta's plan to make it to the UFC didn't work, she still has some good fights left in her. She is still undefeated as a bare-knuckle boxer, and now even holds a championship title, which is definitely going to increase her stock in the sport and get her better opportunities. Thanks for watching Knuckle Up. If you enjoyed the content, make sure to smash the like button and leave a comment below. Don't forget to subscribe and ring the bell so you never miss an update from the toughest sport on the planet.